Oh, so after this lovely intro, which I did not expect, and I started talking, but this is Heroes of the Week with Noop
Hi, hello everyone. Hi, Zanek.
and
Uh,
I. Hi.
yeah, hi.
What
Yeah,
an
sorry.
introduction. What an introduction. Yeah. Let's get started, shall we? It's the Interval, the international break. So I think most of the time we will just talk about that. And we start with our team of the week. What's your team of the week, Noop?
I mean, it was a wild week, not gonna lie. Lots of things happened, but
Is it Barcelona FC?
oh, I wish it was them. I wish by that time Catalonia became a separate nation. But again, I'm no person who wants to divide sovereign states. But anyway, my team of the week uh, would be the team that I played for this week at the weekend. And yeah, since it's football, anything is
Team you
possible.
played for, like a five-a-side team.
Six aside, yeah, a friend's team.
Wow.
And yeah, I was
So
just really happy. We had a good team. We won much more comfortably. And I must
so
say,
did you play
yeah,
in a
we did a good
park
job.
or what? Like, did you play in a park or where did
No,
you play?
we- no. So in India, or let's say in major cities of India, we have the system called turf. So it's basically you have like a caged ground which has fake lawn,
Artificial,
like a football artificial
artificial
lawn where you
pitch.
play
Yeah, yeah,
football.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Was it
you
called
mainly
like
the football.
2G, 3G? Which generation is it? Like it also like has this label
Really, I have
based on
no
the
idea.
generation of the turf.
Really, I mean, I think we are still pretty new, or I guess not that
1G.
advanced. Not that advanced enough to have such categories, but yeah, it's just basic, usually multi-purpose turf. But yeah, it's mainly for
Mm.
football. Some people they play cricket as well, but yeah. So in this turf, we
So did your team won and you were a
yeah.
striker, I heard, even though normally you play as a goalkeeper. So what happened?
So I did not play striker most of the time. I started as a goalkeeper, classic, and then since it was a hot day, we usually rotate our positions. So the defenders, usually the strikers or the defenders, they usually shift the position with the goalkeeper because they're tired. And this time I took the courage, and yeah, for a good amount of time I played as a striker, and
Oh,
yeah, I contributed a couple ways, and yeah, I did a good job in my opinion. And
okay.
yeah, that's my team of the week. What about you?
Team of the week, which is not even known from the world of football. That's fine. We we can do anything on this show. I'm gonna pick Portugal because, as you guys know, there's the international break, and the two things happening. I guess several things happening at the same time. One of them is the we had a four Nations League quarterfinals, and then there were a few playoff games of the Nations League, and also the World Cup qualification has started. So I will be talking about all those things. But let's start with the Nations League. So as I said, four games, four excellent games. Three of them went into extra times, and so I'm picking the team that I thought scored the most goals, and according to the highlights and the stats, they did an amazing job and made their fans really proud, and that would be Portugal. Also, their hero Cristiano Ronaldo first missed the penalty in the 6th minute, but then made amends later on by scoring yet another international goal. So 5-2 for Portugal against Denmark. Cristiano Ronaldo on the score sheet, I think. What else is
What,
there to wish for if you are a Portuguese fan?
and what wasn't the team trailing in the first leg? I think they were beaten by Denmark 1-0, and then this was the second leg, and that's
Something
when
like
they
that.
yeah, and then they had
They
a good
turned it
comeback.
around. Yeah. Yeah, I
Mm.
think so. But I think this game went into extra time actually. Yeah, so they decided this game later on. Let me
True,
let me
true.
check. Just I don't wanna say some nonsense here on the show. But yeah, because Portugal scored their goals in the so wow. So I think you're right. They actually equalized in the 86th minute,
Yeah,
and then they scored two goals in the extra time apparently. So I think that's what
by
happened
three, if
there.
I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that's what happened. So they
Mm.
won in the end 5-2 this game, but 5-3 on aggregate.
Aggregate, yeah.
Yep. Okay, well, moving on to our hero of the week. So here, Anoop, you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a silly one for some viewers, but I must say, uh, like, just by the title, Hero of the Week, I felt that I am the hero of the week. And it's legit. Like, I don't know, I
This
was
is a
thinking multiple
very
times.
self-indulgent show this time, Noop.
Well, it's the Heroes of the Week, and it's about world football. And, world football doesn't mean, uh, I mean, legal ones or official ones. It can be unofficial ones as well.
This is a vanity project from Mr. Noop, but I do like the creativity and originality of this. So
Honestly,
you
yeah.
know what? You will get away with it. I'll let you off.
Thank you very much. So yeah, I was thinking multiple times, like, who should I give? Should I give it to a player? Should I give
Just
it
give it
to
to myself.
the usual suspect, Rafinha or someone? Yeah, Yamal. But this time I was like, you know what? I did a good job. I maintained a clean sheet when I was playing as a goalkeeper, and then I scored couple goals. Although I missed one sitter, but yeah, I scored couple goals, and I think I did a tremendous job in my opinion.
You sound
I
like
just
someone like Donald Trump. I did tremendous job. Great.
well, I did a good job. Uh,
Let's let's make America great again. Yeah. Anyway, that was really nice, Noop. I do appreciate this level of creativity on this show.
yeah,
My hero of the week will be none other than the Czech player Patrik Schick, who
mm,
scored two goals in the game against Faroe Islands, which
good
the Czech
call.
Republic won 2-1, a home game. To be honest, it was nothing to write home about. I would go as far as to say it was not a good performance at all, but Czechs got the win in the end, and we can
Mm,
thank Patrik Schick for that, because Faroe Islands managed to equalize from a corner, and then Patrik Schick 3 minutes later, it was we were already in 83rd minute or something. He scored his second goal of the game, and thank God we have him. I think he's the
and
best
this
Czech
was a
player.
qualifier, right?
Pardon?
This was a qualifier game, right?
It is an important game because it's we haven't been to the World Cup. The Czech Republic hasn't been to the World Cup for 20 years. Yeah,
Wow.
more than 20 years, I think it was. Since it was since we joined the one or attended the one in Germany, and I went to one of those games there, by the way, in Köln,
Where was this?
Czech Republic
Gone.
against Ghana. We lost that game, unfortunately. So we always get to the Euros, but not the World Cup. So we wanted to uh, get off on the right foot, right? But unfortunately, we did not play very well, but at least 3 points, in the bag. So
Mm,
yeah. So
fair call.
what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Um, Let us know in the comments, because
Yeah.
that's what the comments are for. We would like to know.
And please mention your reasons. We would love to know the reasons why.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Who is
What's
your
your hero of the week
hero of the
or
week?
team of the
Mine is
week or
Patrick Schick.
whatever?
Noop's hero is himself.
Well,
Noop the Great. All right.
always.
My villain of the week is Donald Trump. Oh, wait, it's about football. So I have to choose someone from the football world instead. Um, it's going to be Gianluigi Donnarumma,
Oh,
because he, unfortunately for his team,
okay.
basically, it was it was the game Italy against Germany, and Germany scored one goal, which was really weird. And it was because Gianluigi Donnarumma made a save, made a really good save, and then there was a corner from that, and he was talking to the referee, not paying attention to the person who took the corner. Well, I think it was Kimmich or someone like that, and he took it quickly, and there was nobody in the six yard box. So the goalkeeper wasn't there, no defenders at all. So it was just a striker because from the corner there can be no offside. So the Kimmich he just crossed the ball as quickly as possible to, I don't know if it was Musiala. I can't remember who scored that goal. But in my opinion, this is Donnarumma's mistake. He should be alert. He shouldn't be talking to the ref, and he should let his defense know that something is happening there. So this was a bizarre goal that Germany scored, even though Italy managed to equalize this game for some reason in the end. So it was 3-3. But Donnarumma didn't cover himself in much glory there. That's for sure.
It's a good call. You know what? You actually stole mine. I wasn't expecting you to call his name because I was really prepared for
You
him.
can say the same, man. You can say the same.
Oh, no, no. I want to be. I don't want to be that. I mean, come on. I want it to be more interesting and more
You've been
creative.
interesting enough already. Come on, like it's
Oh,
fine. You have to sort of level it up with this. That's fine.
no, but
Even it out.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, I've got my backup plan, and it's got to be the board of directors. It's actually, well, it's not a villain, but like villains of the week, and it's the board of
villains.
directors. Yeah, unfortunately, or you can call it villain as well, since it's one board, and it's the board of directors of the club Juventus Turin. And the
Okay.
reason is because they sacked the manager. Uh,
Did they?
yeah, Thiago Motta, he's sacked, and he's replaced by the manager of Olympic Lyon. So Olympic Lyon, no, Olympic Marseille. Sorry, Olympic Marseille. And it's a shame. Like, I think Thiago Motta, despite of the results on paper, I think he's doing a good job in bringing the club back to its European title, European competitions, and slowly building up players and making the games a little bit more stable, in my opinion. Although I don't follow the old lady that much. Um, yeah, I just think that for the club to sack their manager in such period of the season, I don't think it's fair, considering Thiago Motta, he himself is such a young manager. If you look at his work last season, bringing Bologna to such high levels, just speaks what sort of manager he is. And I think he should have been given at least till the end of the season to see where he goes, because it's not like the manager of Marseille is doing well either. I mean, it's clear PSG are dominating the league, and Marseille are somehow struggling. If you have other teams as well catching up. So yeah, that's my villain. Those are my villain of the week. Board of.
Villains of the week. We don't know exactly who did that, but it might have been more people. Yeah, you're right. Okay, then. Nice one, Roop. Nice one. So now the next segment is called a takeaway of the week. All right. Well, would you like to go first, or shall I go before you?
I would like to hear yours.
Okay, my takeaway of the week is the Nations League and the fact that it's not as bad as people say. Like, a lot of people think that it's useless, it's pointless, it's another extra artificial, nonsensical competition. Listen, I totally understand the argument that the players are getting injured and they play too many games. I totally get that. But from the spectator's point of view, I actually think this competition has a lot to offer. And my reasoning is that, you know what? I like the system. The system is really cool because you always play against teams of your level. Yeah. So you have a chance to get promoted to a higher league, or if you play badly, you get relegated to a lower league. But essentially, you will play against the teams of your level, of a similar level to yours. So now the Czech Republic have won their group. So next time they will be in Group A, meaning be shoulder to shoulder with the best teams in Europe. So I quite like it. This competition has grown on me, and I don't care what people say.
Oh, well, that means you're literally talking to me because I'm really not supporting Nations League.
I
I
know you
think
are
you're,
not.
yeah, I still don't,
Yeah.
and I still stick to that. I've got my own reasons. I think it's better if we shift that conversation to perhaps to your longer podcast, which is
What are you talking about? Sorry, I didn't
English.
get it.
So
The
I was
Footlish
saying that,
podcast. What
yeah,
about it?
I was saying that regarding my disagreements or my concerns regarding the Nations League, we can talk about this over a longer podcast, which is a Footlish podcast, Footlish podcast, which is just another advertisement or promotion, I guess.
Thank you,
Uh,
thank you.
yeah,
But
cheers.
it's like a promotion slash. You're telling me off for talking about the Nations League on this show. So I don't know if I should be happy or not. I'm kind of torn about this.
No, I just mentioned I just gave a comment, a small comment. But anyway,
Yeah.
getting back to my point, my take of the week is actually pretty. I think I should have said it much more earlier, but it's still the right period somehow. Is that I don't think in football. I'm not sure when did this start. Maybe during COVID, maybe sometime before COVID. But I don't think you should mix. Religion when it comes to playing football, and I'm particularly aiming to the fasting break that the players have in the middle of the game. And in the middle, that means I meant by right when they're playing. And look, I don't
This is
mind if
controversial, Rup. This is controversial.
it's
You
yeah.
should have made a disclaimer before you started.
Well, honestly, it's just a takeaway. So
No, it's
anyway,
your
so
opinion, and let's see what you have to say about this.
yeah, so I don't mind when there is the the breaking of the fast during halftime or when there's no play. But when you
Yeah,
have it in the middle of the game, when you have people complaining of VAR and you know other possible reasons that stop the flow of the game, this should be
yeah,
another reason as well. And it's not like uh, they play in such hot conditions. They play in Europe where they don't feel dehydrated, unlike when you had the World Cup in Qatar, where or when you have the Saudi League, where they play in such harsh weather. They play in relatively milder, colder weather. So yeah, in my opinion, there shouldn't be any water break or fasting break, which
so
is
you
doing
are okay with the players fasting because it's their religion, is their right,
yeah,
is their
yeah,
freedom of
yeah,
religion, freedom of
yeah,
expression,
yeah.
but as long as it doesn't affect others. And this is, I actually agree with you.
Not only
And
others, the
you guys
game.
know who we are talking about. I am this kind of liberal person, but there is a point at which if you're trying to impose your stuff on me, then I have to say no, thank you, take it home. Sorry, but that's the way I think about it. If you're trying to affect my life with what you're doing, it's too much. Okay. So I don't mind living side by side peacefully as long as we respect each other. But this is the point at which it starts getting ridiculous. And I'm completely in agreement with you, Noop, which is a surprise because it doesn't always happen on this show.
Thank you very much. Well, I hope that this
Yeah.
perhaps increase our viewership.
No, I think it's the opposite. We have just lost about 10 uh, viewers
Oh,
from
oh,
countries where they
we got to file for
practice
bankruptcy.
certain religions. But we didn't mean, I mean, I don't know what Noop meant to do with that, but certainly this is our opinion. And you feel free to disagree with us because, you know, it's
Yeah,
football and life in general is not
yeah,
always about agreeing with each other. Like
yeah.
the most
It's all.
important thing is let's keep it sort of polite. That's what
Mhm.
I'm asking for here, basically. Yeah.
So yeah, that's mine. I would love to hear your opinion, folks. Please write it down. And yeah, apologies if I hurted your sentiments, or I just spoke it from a point of football, nothing else. I have no sort of hate. I had no sort of malice when I spoke it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to hear your opinions, folks. Please write it down in the comment section. And yeah,
Okay. I think Well said. Right. Vocabulary of the week, Noop, has to be. I said that the Nations League games, quarterfinals, or this competition, people don't always like it, but personally, it has grown on me. I said. So if
Yeah.
something grows on you, it's an idiom which means that you sort of start liking it more and more. And if you use it with this present perfect tense, it has grown on me. It means I didn't like it at first, or I was skeptical about it at first, but then gradually I started to like it more and more. So it's a
Oh,
nice little expression. If you have something you don't like, for example, I can give you another example. When I first came across kimchi, that Korean Korean sort of
pickle.
um, what is it?
It's a
Pickle, like
pickle
it's a
condiment.
yeah, it's like a condiment. Let's say I didn't like it when I first tasted it, but then oh my god, it has become one of my favorite things to eat. So it has really grown on me. Yeah, so in a similar way, Nations League has grown on me. What has grown on you, ladies and gentlemen? I hope it's the Heroes of the Week show. Why not?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about some dermatic infection or something when you were speaking about the phrase, but I'm glad you cleared it out.
Yeah, yeah, it's an idiom. All right, and that's it, I believe, for today. Noop. I hope we are okay with the way we finish the show. Maybe it's a little bit shorter, but to be honest, I have to teach another lesson soon, so I think
Mm,
it will have to do for now.
well, that's all then. That's all for now, and see you next week, hopefully. And folks as well, see you guys next week, right at the same time, same day. And just be prepared with your heroes, villains, teams, and takeaways, and lots of other
Yeah.
stuffs.
Come prepared. You can make notes as well, like we do.
Yeah,
Make notes and bring it to the table. We would love to hear what you have to say about this. Okay,
yeah.
guys, take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.